I haven't really played the historical battles in Total War Rome 2, so
402
I thought I'd give it a go.
The Second Punic War between Rome and Carthage looked to be nearing its conclusion. Despite the stunning successes of the Carthaginian commander, Hannibal, in Italy, the Roman general Scipio had invaded Africa and was threatening Carthage herself. Carthage recalled Hannibal and his army to fight Scipio. Hannibal and Scipio were the two best commanders of their age, neither general having lost a battle before. They would finally meet at Zama.
Now, obviously, I would have liked to play as Carthage here, but it doesn't look like I have the option to, so I'm going to be the Roman dogs and give Hannibal a good spanking.
Hannibal and Scipio finally meet on the battlefield. Scipio is able to bring experienced legionaries to the battle. Hannibal, meanwhile, is forced to rely mostly on mercenaries and fresh recruits, keeping his most elite troops in reserve.
So I guess calling Hastatian Principe legionaries is okay, is it, the creative assembly?
Yet Hannibal still has his war elephants. The Romans must find a way to deal with this threat. The outcome of the Second Punic War hinges on the result of this battle.
Alright, so it looks like
Commander, now is the time to strike.
the elephants are going to push up. So I'm going to use my, terrible sight. Very terrifying, especially since I have all my Numidians over here ready to deal death to the elephants. Those elephants are not going to be able to make it far from their own lines. Have to be a bit careful with the Balearics here, but I'll just move in, make the elephants run amok and move out. There we are. Taking a bit of damage on the return, but the AI is also doing friendly fire to its own elephants, or should I say Hannibal is doing friendly fire to his elephants. Looks like the elephants are going to let themselves be kited by my Numidians, so that's good. Moving straight into range of my Velites as well. So all of the elephants are dead. Ideally, they should be running amok back towards their own lines and be wrecking the Carthaginian army, but it doesn't look like this game is going to allow them to do so. So looks like that's it for the elephants. Yep. Okay, now there are Numidians over there. I don't want to engage them with my own Numidians. The Carthaginian army is probably going to start advancing now that I have defeated their elephants. Or do I have to start advancing, maybe? Okay, anyway, I want to skirmish a bit against the Carthaginian cavalry. Yeah, here we go.
Now they advance on foot.
They advance on foot. So, time for some MLG Hastati speed bumping here. Keep my Velites in the second line. Use my Numidians to skirmish against his Carthaginian cavalry. Pull my Roman cavalry back. But if he's going to keep his mercenary Balearics in the center there, I might as well hit them with my auxiliary cavalry. The Numidians are not going to be a problem. The Carthaginian cavalry isn't going to be a problem. The Balearics aren't going to be a problem. So, MLG kiting time. Yeah, wasn't able to get a good charge there because I stopped on some of the units. So that's a unit. Oh shit, my Numidians got caught over here. Might as well get some use out of this auxiliary cavalry. Looks like they're firing at my hastati, and I'm going to allow them to do that. So the Carthaginian cavalry, very depleted. Celtic warriors, not going to do well here. Chase after his Numidians. The second line is going to throw their pila at the Carthaginian cavalry, so the Carthaginian cavalry is going down. I'll just keep my forces in reserve here. Let them do friendly fire to their own men. Chase away the Numidians. Throw some javelins on the Numidians. Not really too worried about them doing damage to my hastati, to be honest. Took unnecessary damage on my Numidians, but what can you do? The Gallic warriors are moving in a very strange formation there. Firing on my Principe now, which is probably a good idea. Better idea than firing on my hastati anyway. So it looks like the Balearics are open. I'll try to sneak some cavalry over here to attack the Balearic slingers. Kite away the Carthaginian cavalry with my Numidians and then go straight for the Balearics. Looks like the mercenary Numidians charged there, which probably wasn't their finest hour. Rear charge on the mercenary Celtic warriors. Go for the Balearics. Kite away with my Numidians. Now imagine if Carthage had Celtic warriors instead of Gallic warriors. Then my hastati would be toast by now. But luckily they only have the inferior Gallic warriors. Some more rear charges coming in. So my hastati were able to hold. The first Roman line held. These Gallics should go down any minute now. Wasn't able to deal with the Balearics, unfortunately. So do I have any... Yeah, I'll throw some javelins on the Libyan infantry. So Hannibal himself looks like a juicy target, but I don't have much. Looks like Hannibal is going to YOLO into my lines here. Please do, Hannibal. So Hannibal is going to get wrecked by Pila. And almost time to bring in my second line of... man, that Carthaginian cavalry is annoying. Go and take care of it. So my hastati, they broke through the line of my hastati. Time for my Principe to start fighting, I think. Get some nice flanking attacks off on the Libyan infantry. That's the end of the Carthaginian cavalry. So, time to move the Principe up the center. Bring in my auxiliary cavalry here for rear charges. And dealing with skirmishers. Charge in with the Principe. Charge through this gap with my cavalry. I want to hold off on using my Triarii. For now at least. The Balearics are going to go down. Hannibal isn't dead yet, amazingly enough. But if he tries to pick a fight with my auxiliary cavalry, he's going to go down. No, he's wisely turning around to face my Numidians. Balearics are holding. I'm going to be able to charge Hannibal now. My Principe looks like they're holding well now. The auxiliary cavalry is taking its sweet time destroying the Balearic slingers. And Hannibal is isolated over here. So it looks like the balance of power doesn't really favor me at the moment. Should help to kill the Carthaginian general there. I might as well get a flanking charge against the Carthaginian hoplites. Charge in against the Sacred Band. Get my general closer to the action. And my auxiliary cavalry hasn't been able to deal with the Balearics yet, which is amazing, and now I have to pull them out. Start moving in with my guys. Time for some rear charges here. The Gallics still alive, should be able to take them down with a rear charge. Yep. That worked well enough. Go for a rear charge on the Sacred Band. They're probably not going to care much, but I might do some damage to them. Use my Numidians against these Balearics. As long as I catch his Balearics on the move, I should be able to do well. So, any juicy targets. This Libyan infantry looks ready to break. These mercenary Gallic warriors look ready to break. Send in my Terraria down there. More rear charges coming in across the line. This Libyan infantry should get a rear charge. The Numidians were able to finish off my Velites. So the Gallic warriors broke. Looks like this here, the citizen militia, is ready to break. So I can give them a nice rear charge. Carthaginian hoplites and citizen militia going down. Now, reading about the Battle of Zama, I don't remember where the Carthaginian lines were broken by rear charging auxiliary cavalry, but the Numidians did well in that battle. So more rear charging coming in. The elephants are sort of in the way of the rear charges, so they aren't as effective as they would be if the elephants weren't there. I'm going to use my Numidian cavalry as well to give them some rear charging penalties. Pull them out so I don't lose too many of them. Looks like formation attack isn't doing me any favors over there. Rear charge the Sacred Band. It looks like I need to step up with my rear charges here, because the Carthaginian infantry is doing well in my center. Still, I have this Triarii in reserve. So, unit of Triarii I just broke. So I think I need to reinforce here with my Terrarii. Rear charge here should do the trick. I'll just use my general for rear charging as well. The Carthaginian army is not doing well. They are very tired, they're losing decisively, and here comes the deal breaker for them, I think. Oh yeah, that's not good for the Carthaginians. Pulling out my Numidians. And the center blob broke. So that was good for me. for Scipio. I'll just leave that Sacred Band over there. Maybe give it a rear charge or two from my general's bodyguard. Go for rear charges over here. Rear charge the Sacred Band. Rear charge the Sacred Band over here. So nice to see the Legatus getting some kills as well. And I didn't know that the Sacred Band fought at the Battle of Zama either, but there you go. A bit of anachronism. As far as I remember, the Sacred Band was destroyed and not reformed at this point in history. Being called the Sacred Band is a sure way to be destroyed in a heroic last stand, usually. The Sacred Band of Thebes, the Sacred Band of Carthage. So, that's it. I don't think I could have done this on harder difficulties, but to be honest. It was easy enough on it was easy enough on normal difficulty, but on hard difficulties. Let's see here. So the elephants did nothing because, well, they were supposed to do nothing. Sacred Band didn't do too well. Nothing did well on the side of Carthage here. My Principe did well. My Auxiliary Cavalry won the game. That unit was completely wasted, but yeah, I don't think this could have been. This would have been very hard on the harder difficulties, I think, but I don't feel like I played the Battle of Zama, to be honest. A bit disappointed in that. Strength and honor.